Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? Honestly, I don't know where to start. What I want to talk about first. Let me see. I guess we could start with. I don't want to start with J Cole yet. I'm gonna go back over the Nicki pack that just dropped. You know what I'm saying? So basically, after sitting with the album or mixtape, you know what I mean. The song was good, whatever though. I didn't think backlash would come back so heavy so fast. It's like a lot of shit didn't happen between her dropping this project and fans loving it. Some fans not too amused. Female rappers saying some crazy shit. You know, people that was in her circle want to be back in her circle. It's just insane though. But the blatant shot she took, Ack is a funny nigga though. I kind of watched his. That's another thing. I was waiting to see what that nigga gonna react because I watch every reaction when the shit dropped or whatever for people that I fuck with on the YouTube. You know, not I don't really know him, but I just watch their shit, support their shit. But I was waiting for Ack. I'm like, why this nigga don't really review music like that? I don't fuck with his stream, don't really watch because basically he always drunk or some crazy shit like that. But when it comes to certain people, I was like, damn, why is this nigga not like fucking with the music? So I look and yeah, he he definitely was talking about you know you know how Ack is, you know what I mean. So he talked about the music. And I like his reactions though, you know what I mean. And as soon as he heard Nicki verse, and he stopped his shit and was like, "Yeah, Meg, she talking to you." And I thought that was the funniest shit. Like I ain't never really laughed at that nigga like that, not at him, but at what he said. And it was just hella funny to me though, the way he just did that shit, drinking his henny or whatever, because that was a blatant fucking shot at her. And I think from what I seen earlier on Twitter or YouTube somewhere that Megan is not happy with her, or she called her fake or some shit. How the fuck is she gonna call Nicki fake? Like, come on. There's a lot of YouTube channels that shitted on her and her album when it came out. So it's just like Megan need to relax. But yeah, for Nicki to come out, two things. When Nicki came out and said, "Oh, she got washed on a song," I don't think that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? That she should have did that. I mean, you gotta let the fans decide that. And I was just thinking about this shit the other day. Like, you gotta let the fans decide if you got watched or who had the better verse. You never come out and just downplay your own shit. That's just weird. I was like, why the fuck would she say some shit like that? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, who does that? I mean, Uzi did the same shit, but it's just like, why do y'all do that? Like, don't do that. You know what I mean? Your verse wasn't that bad. I mean, you just said you had writer's block and Drake somehow miraculously got you out of that situation, and now you back rapping, which is cool, but you let the fans decide that. So I really too much didn't like her saying that shit. I mean, it wasn't the hardest, strongest shit, but she got straight to the point. Fractions is where she didn't give a fuck. She changed her flow so many damn times. It's like, god damn, how y'all go ignore this? You know what I mean? Just like she said on the verse on Seeing Green, I'ma send a shot, send it back, or, flee the scene. Basically, that's true though, because it's just like, I definitely want to see if Meg go reply to this shit. Well, what can Meg say to Nicki Minaj though? You know what I mean? What can Cardi really say? And that has to hurt the most though, because people was like, I mean, not people, but you see it. Like, I think she was always drinking or some shit and couldn't deal with a family death or whatever, and she would just turn to alcoholic. She was looking crazy out here for a minute in these streets. True, but it's just like, when you hear it that she talking to you. You know what I mean? Cardi's was a little bit more straight to the point. Press, clout, TikTok, dancing. You know what I'm saying? One bitch is my op that offends me, corporations and things of that nature trying to end me, which is true. So it's just like, I don't know what the fuck they gonna do to come back and say, cause what can you really say when she telling the truth? Like, look at how they marketed Cardi B when she came out, and look how they marketed Megan. There's a lot of little Nicki clones out there though. She do give a lot of love to Asian doll, and I feel like she was the main one that wanted to really be like, I won't say be like, because that's fucked up, but she respects and admires Nicki Minaj though. But Nicki be fucking with her and everything like that. But I just feel like those shots, they gotta reply to that shit. You know what I mean? That's just that off that. The second thing is, I don't think she should have had Drake on a live. I mean, even if she had Drake on a live, because I watched the live, her numbers damn near hit 1 million when Drake hopped on. If you watched it, you saw it. Nicki was doing good. I think she was up to like 600 something thousand people that was in the joint. When Drake hopped on that bitch, it almost went to 1 million. I almost tweeted that shit like, damn, Drake hopped on her live. Her shit almost did 1 million. So that's one thing, you know what I mean? I was just like, fuck. Why you didn't keep that shit, you know what I mean, a surprise? Not the Drake being on a live, but the song, I feel like the song would have had a lot more impact if she just would have dropped the mixtape, people press play, and then they were like, oh shit, this is a new record. Because it kind of killed the surprise and everything with Drake talking about the song and Nicki talking about the song. And it's just like, all right, man, damn. I was thinking he sent you some shit for, your album, but it was for the mixtape. And I feel like, damn, that's twice you did something before the shit dropped and then after. You know what I mean? And they should have just dubbed it instead of Nicki, Drake, and Wayne. They should have called it Young Money. Somebody else said that in another video. And I was like, yeah, I agree with that. That would have been more iconic if on that song, that particular song, it just said Young Money, the name, and then the name of the song. 'Cause I know how mixtapes, they come with the name of the song, but it just should have said Young Money, boom, Seeing Green. And I think that would have had an even big ass impact, because even when they dropped, I think it debuted at number 14. And I'm like, damn, that's kind of, I'm sure it went to number 1 somewhere on one of these streaming platforms, but I just like, it debuted at 14. And the Fraction song was doing aight, I guess, you know what I mean? And a couple of her joints was doing okay, but I just like, damn, well, where the fuck is, where's the fans at? Because I'm like, her Barb's rooted for her all this time and everything, but I just feel like, honestly, I mean, I don't think they went out to support her like that. And I get it was the anniversary of the mixtape, but I just feel like you should have just dropped a little EP like Drake did. 3 songs. You had 3 new songs. You should have just dropped that. Boom. You know what I mean? I get it. You want people to go back to listen to something they already heard. And for new people that probably never heard it, hear it. But at the same time, it's like, nah, you just should have dropped a little EP. I think that would have had a lot more impact. And it would have had people wanting more, in my opinion. Because she just would have dropped the first 3 songs. I would have been like, yeah, I definitely want to hear more. You know what I mean? I'm intrigued. But I heard her mixtape. I got that shit on a blank CD somewhere. So I've heard that. That was then. This is now. So, I mean, I don't really understand the re-release of that. But, I mean, I would have preferred you just re-release Sucker Free. I mean, I get the whole, anniversary. But to me, Sucker Free is her hardest mixtape. Like, the song she did with Wayne on that shit, crazy. And that was another thing, that when you have a song and you've been gone so long, she definitely should have started the record. Letting Wayne start the record is cool. I get it. He signed y'all. But I think we all wanted Nicki, well, at least me, wanted Nicki to, hop on the record first. Then it could have been Wayne, then Drake. Drake killed it with that. Y'all some drama queens. I'm like, this nigga's a fool. And I'm watching the reaction. A lot of people wasn't catching the bars he was dropping. A lot of people look confused. Not a lot, but a few videos I saw. The crutches bar, they didn't catch that. What was another bar they didn't catch? Damn. It was a few bars that were so easy to catch, they didn't catch it. Of course, they caught the Russian bar, you know what I mean? I was just like, okay, that's an easy bar to catch. But it was just a few bars that were so easy to catch that they wasn't catching. I'm like, damn, they don't catch that shit? You know what I mean? Even when he talked about the Jesus piece, it kind of threw a lot of people off when he was rapping like that, but I don't know. His verse was straight. Wayne went stupid. A lot of people loving Wayne verse. And you got idiots that be like, oh, Drake carried the shit. And it's like, really? Did you hear what Wayne just fucking said? Got a hoe out of Atlanta with a hoe out of Atlanta. She a hoe out of Atlanta. We do that in every city. My bitch dance better than P. Diddy's. Come on, man. Wayne was going retarded, but that's just Nicki. That's just what I just thought. It's just like, damn, I wish she just wouldn't have did some of those things. As far as J. Cole, man, when he dropped the freestyle, that was fire. You know what I mean? I prefer the 93 Till beat, but he did that on the warm-up. You know what I mean? So it's like he doubled back and did it again. That was pretty dope. You know what I mean? And the still tipping shit, to me, that flow, it reminded me some of KLD. And I feel like that verse, it's not a freestyle. I feel like that's something that he got on the fall off, because it sounded too much like that album, which I'm still waiting on the Kill Edward shit. But he just had a lot of great goddamn bars on this album. The features was a surprise as well. I was mad Cam didn't get a verse. I was just like, I guess it makes sense to have him talking over the record, but when Cam do that Harlem type talking over record shit, you want a verse from him. So, boom, I was mad at that. 21 Savage and him needs to just go ahead and do a little tape. It can just be, I don't know, Savage in the Ville. Some, 10 songs, little tape, boom, put that out there. You never know what can happen in the universe. I definitely feel like if they promote that song, it has the chance to win a Grammy, just like A Lot did. You know what I mean? I think he need to shoot a video for that song. He did the Amari, or however you want to pronounce that song. He did a video for that, which is crazy. That goddamn Westbrook bar was ridiculous. What else did I like about this album? I like the interlude when he dropped it. It was cool, but I think the climb back was a song dropped last year. I didn't pay a little too much attention to that little EP pack he put out, which that's my bad. But I like that song for some reason. He just spitting some real shit. I love the instrumental. It's just he just great. He just had a lot of bars on there. I mean, a lot of that shit he was saying. Sometimes I feel like I can't say he did, but a couple of them joints, I feel like he was talking to Drake at a certain point. He kept mentioning the GOAT, he the best. He go in the booth and do this. I mean, that's a lot of strong talk. I mean, he just did an interview where he just basically talked about Kendrick and Drake, where he didn't really want to. Back in the day, he wanted to kill these niggas, but now more it's about the relationship, and he ain't really as competitive as he used to be, which is great too. Because to me, listen to the album, he didn't have no misses. I didn't see nothing on that where it's just like, I can't go back to that, or I don't really fuck with that. It's just each song, production-wise, was just different. He got a good list of producers on this project, and that's great that he's stepping out of his comfort zone and actually getting other producers instead of doing all the work himself. But I do love his production, though. I do feel he's underrated as a producer, which is fire. But it is some other features I was expecting on the project. I don't know why Cordae wasn't on the album. I thought for sure Cordae was going to be on the album. I didn't understand. I was just like, how the fuck you didn't put him on the album? You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, it would have been great to see him and M do some shit. You know what I mean? But I see the way he did his album and the way he molded it, certain things didn't fit. Because every feature that he did fit. Boz surprised me with the way he did his vocals. I'm like, oh shit, that's Boz doing them vocals? That's crazy. The Cap Moray, or Moray, however you want to pronounce his name. He's from actually the same place Cole from. I seen a little clip of him back in the day where they was talking about J. Cole, and he spoke on certain things, and then look, years later, he actually on a song with J. Cole, so I think that's pretty dope. Who else is on the project? I'm just thinking off the top of my head. Cam, 21 Savage. Fuck. I know it's somebody I'm goddamn missing. Let me go look real quick, because I don't want to. I don't want to look. Fuck it. But the features that was on there, so, I know Lil Baby, yeah, he went off. Totally shocked though, you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, what? All right, I'm starting to really fuck with son, like, cause I mean that feature right there was crazy. The Drake joint, even though I feel like whatever I felt at the time, that right there, him and 42 Doug, him with Doug, it's just like, okay, I'm starting to see what y'all saw in the beginning. You know what I mean? But I can't full out say it's a project by him that I fuck with. I can't name it. But certain songs he put out, I think what him and Dirk doing is crazy. And I think what Lil Baby and Dirk about to drop with that collab project, that's going to definitely wake up a couple people that's cool with his verses here and there, but never really dug deep into a project. I feel like if he do his homework and he do his work on this project with Dirk, it's going to make people go back and check out everything he been doing. Because even when he performed at the war show, the Bigger Picture song, I wasn't really feeling it because I felt that's not his lane, but I could respect the song for what it is though. And from beginning, when he started till now, he definitely stepped up his flow, lyrics, content a little bit, just like 21 Savage did. So I'm kind of amazed because it's like I'm listening to these songs, like go back to Slime Language too, and I'm like, damn, Little Baby is killing shit. And that's what was missing. I thought that the Baby definitely should have had a verse on this project as well. But overall, the off season is great. He's over there playing basketball in Africa, so I think he's living out his dreams. That's cool. But far as the fall off, I still listen to that intro, and I'm wondering when is that dropping. Like, I think he definitely has to drop that. I think that's going to be like his last album, but I'm hearing that he's working on something called It's a Boy. That's some type of project, and the Kill Edward joint, I'm still hyped about that. I still want to see what he's going to do with that, even though we know it's really J. Cole, but I think that should be a mixtape. I don't feel like that should be an album. It should be more of a mixtape, but these days a mixtape is an album. Album could be a mixtape. If it goes up or goes down, you dig. But yeah, man, J. Cole, he got a solid one. Now we just waiting on Kendrick. I just said in the last joint I did, like, where the fuck is Kendrick? And there was another thing. I'm going to get to Kendrick later. The Drake shit. Oh, what the fuck was I just thinking yesterday? I'm like, why is this nigga... I think that was Take Us On with the album, with Drake album. I don't really think no more it's that injury shit. I think that's bullshit. I didn't know they couldn't let him in the country. I feel like he got to move around and be in certain venues and network with certain people. But then you look around all these pictures on the internet, you see him and Chris Brown was somewhere. Drake was somewhere at another party somewhere. So it's like, can he not come to the States, or is all these places that is this old shit from 2020? Because if it's 2021, I'm confused when Wayne said that he can't come to the country, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm really confused. Is it 2020 he couldn't come, or has he been there lately? Because I'm like, think of the video for What's Next. That is a, Toronto video, and it's just like, all right, have Drake really been in the States? I mean, we done seen billboards and shit like that, trucks and everything like that, but it's just like, damn, if that's the case, I feel like he ain't really dropping the album because he can't really promote it like that in this climate, especially if they ain't let a nigga in the country. It's like, oh shit, how would that work? But do he need to promote an album? Is he big enough to just drop that shit and shoot all his videos, out there somewhere in Toronto and everything? Because I think the vibe of the actual album probably is something different than what he would want to give off if he can be over here, the moods. Because, in Toronto, how Drake said it, seasons are different over there than it is over here. So maybe he was feeling a certain way about this vibe for the album, but then at the end of the day, if he can't come over here, then it just changed the whole vibe of it. Because I'm like, nigga, you can do songs like this and do like little features and shit, nigga, you can drop the album. So I don't know really what it is what he waiting on, you know what I mean? Because I mean, Drake, he hit or miss now. I mean, people were saying, oh, if this is the Drake we're gonna get on the album, I'm hyped for it. I wouldn't say that, you know what I mean? I gotta stop always saying people. It's like not my thoughts, but it's what I'd be seeing around it, the internets. But yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Drake do need to drop a fucking album though. But yeah, I don't know. Niggas still talking that ghostwriting shit. That shit was bogus. I was just like, come on, bro. Clearly this is the mixtape Drake. Whatever. But as far as Kendrick, I don't know what Kendrick gonna do, man. It's been a minute. Like, Cole done dropped, and he playing ball right now. So it's like, I don't know what the nigga waiting on. They gotta know over there at TDE. Fans really don't give a fuck about the other artists. They do, but they don't. Like, SZA is great. Isaiah Rashad, I think, dropped some shit. Schoolboy posted drop, I think. And the lyricist himself, you already know who that is. He need to drop. But then Kendrick, I don't know what he gonna do. I definitely feel like that rock album shit, he should just scrap that. Influence a little bit wise, buy it, don't matter, scrap that shit and come with some different shit. So it's like, well, artists like Kendrick, it is kind of tough for him to drop an album because it's like every time you drop an album, it's topping what you did last time. Look what Damn did. Like, with all the accolades he won off that album, that's crazy. So what can he do that was even crazier than that? I have no clue, but I mean, we do need some Kendrick, you know what I mean? But it's a lot of other music dropping and shit this year, so I think that's cool. I'm still waiting on that. I think Ransom and Lloyd Banks is dropping a song this Friday, so I think that's for the go nuts. Internet been wanting that shit for so long. Who y'all think gonna watch each other? I mean, I'm gonna say Ransom gonna watch Banks. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. That's still my pinned tweet. I haven't heard an album better than my pinned tweet. If you follow me on Twitter, you see the pinned tweet. It ain't been an album that dropped, in my opinion, that's been better than that shit. That shit came out last year. You feel me? This year, damn near over. But that's just me. I wonder if Ransom can top what he did with that album, though. But, I mean, that's pretty much it. They throwing Joe under the bus. I don't have shit to say about that. I fuck with Joe music. I'm a fan of his. Everything he done did as far as his rap career. I ain't really watched the pod like that since before Maul and Roy and them left. But you can sense the tension, or at least I did, and I stopped paying attention. So I don't know what the fuck going on with the Joe Budden podcast and network, none of that shit, or nothing that a bitch is saying about the nigga. I don't know, because I looked at the shit and I was just like, well, damn. Everyone, I'm just going by looks, so excuse me. I don't mean to be an asshole, but as far as I can see, Joe has had some of the finest women. You know what I mean? Whether they strippers or bottle girls or whoever. Like, he didn't have some of the baddest women. A girl that said what she said, I mean, she don't look like Joe would even be, influenced by that. I mean, I didn't think she was that appealing. She, remember the old school Ninja Turtles from the 80s cartoon with the I forget the villain, but he was made out of basically rocks. That's what her face reminded me of. I was just, and I don't like chicks that don't have no hair. I mean, not she ain't bald headed, but it's just like she got that low cut shit, and it's just like that ain't really attractive to me. So I mean, she probably thick and got some titties or whatever, but other than that, I don't know. I don't really see the appeal why he would say what he said. You can clearly tell, yes, the video was edited, but at the end of the day, Joe is Joe. Like, what the fuck y'all be expecting? Like, you'll watch this nigga hit his whole love life on the internet. You know what I mean? So what the fuck do you expect from this nigga? You didn't see the nigga get into scuffles and get on the internet and apologize, and he been all crazy shit. Nigga, it was a summertime nigga in a fucking vest off Molly's. Like, what do you expect from Joe? He always want to be the man. You know what I mean? Like, look at his career. Look at the Def Jam situation. Look at the Shady Records situation, the Slaughterhouse situation. He always wants to be in control. How are y'all not knowing that? Motherfuckers used to call him a narcissist. And he'd sit there and try to talk his way out of making you change your mind. Like, he always wants to be the smartest person in the room. But sometimes just because you think you're the smartest person in the room, you literally can be... Hold on, them bitches look ugly as fuck. What is this? Showtime women fighting shit. Ugh, that bitch look like... Never mind. But yeah, just because you're the smartest person in the room, sometimes you can be the dumbest person in the room. You feel me? So, I don't know what the fuck. Who knows? T.I. and Tiny on some other shit. Yo. But, see, this is the thing I'm confused at. If this shit happened in 04, this is 2000s. We in 2021. Clearly, where was this shit back then? Like, why y'all wait this long? It's almost like these motherfuckers that be in the entertainment world, they do bad shit and they get marked in a book. And the minute you ain't really, people can't make money off you no more, here come the allegations. It's from actors to ball players to whoever. It's just like y'all niggas in Hollywood or whatever, y'all do shit and they put your name in a black book. And the minute you don't do something, meet the criteria no more, boom, here go a scandal, here go this, here go that. I mean, damn, the man ain't been musically relevant in a minute. T.I. went downhill when he got out of jail, in my opinion, and King Gun Cage got changed to No Mercy. That's when, to me, T.I. music kind of went, it fizzled away. A couple albums after that album was good, but he never got back to where he was, that aggressive point to where we know when T.I. drop an album, it's going to be lit. That's just my opinion. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. I think he's good at acting. I don't know why more people won't hire him. I'm mad he won't be in Ant-Man 3 because of the bullshit that's going on now. It's like, what the fuck? He was one of the best parts of Ant-Man. What are y'all doing? Like, people got to stop doing that shit out there in Hollywood, bro. Like, y'all sit there, somebody accuse somebody of something, you cut all business ties with them because you afraid how the fuck, you know what I'm saying, y'all gonna look for associating with somebody like that. That shit bogus. It's weird. If the proof ain't came out yet, keep rocking with a motherfucker until the shit is proven and the nigga is either guilty or he innocent. Other than that, keep doing business with him. That shit weird as hell, though. You get an endorsement deal worth $5 million. Bitch come on this motherfucker, say you try to put your hand down her pants. Deal done. That's cool, but it's like that money, I'm gonna need that paper, folks. Like, that's a contract. I'm quite sure so in the contract, if you kind of gotta avoid this contract, I still get paid. If I get paid, fuck it is what it is. But still, that's just crazy. And it's like, why are they trying to knock them two motherfuckers down? Tiny ain't been relevant since T.I. became a rapper, and T.I. really ain't popping like that. It's just weird, bro. That shit. That's why I don't speak on shit like that. And I see a lot of channels that do that. I ain't really with all that gossip shit or news, whatever you want to call it, shit to get views and shit. You know what I mean? You can have an opinion on it, but it's just that shit keep bugging me and shit like that. Did that little nigga just run to the fucking door? You stupid fuck. Damn, little kid stupid as shit. Anyway, that's basically all the fuck I wanted to say. I ain't really had nothing to say. I just felt like talking. But yeah, man, music is music. Support it. You think Megan go reply though, man? I know a lot of y'all fuck with her. Y'all think she gonna reply? Leave it in the comment section. I be needing, I don't even know what to talk about on no fucking podcast though. But if you follow me on Twitter and shit, if it pertains to music, or it could be some anime shit, I don't be really on everything anime. Why is this little nigga dropping his food? Jesus. Just leave that shit in the comments of like shit that you think I want to talk about. I always say that and give, you know, people ideas to give me ideas so that you can get this type of shit. But I get it. I'm not as important as nobody else, so why would you? Other than that, I'ma holler at y'all, man. Y'all be easy, y'all. Stay cool, stay fly, stay away from suckers, stay away from haters. Yeah.